When traffic learned to flow, how Vanchi re-engineered peak hour mobility. Every growing city eventually confronts the same question. How do you move millions of people at the same time without bringing the city to a halt? Vanchi's answer was neither flyovers nor endless traffic signals, but a radical rethinking of how roads behave during peak hours. By temporarily changing traffic rules in the morning and evening rush, Vanchi transformed congestion into controlled, predictable flow. The core philosophy: flow over shortcuts. Vanchi's traffic reform was built on a simple principle: congestion is caused less by volume and more by conflict. Crossroads, U-turns, wrong-way driving, roadside parking, and random stoppages create friction. The city chose to eliminate friction, even if that meant forcing drivers to take longer routes. During designated peak hours, convenience was consciously sacrificed in favor of certainty and flow. One direction, one decision. No two-way roads during peak hours. All roads operate strictly as one-way corridors. Two-way movement is completely eliminated. Temporary slidable fencing is deployed to block cuttings, crossroads, and U-turn points, converting the entire network into a set of predictable streams. If reaching a destination requires driving the wrong way, that option simply does not exist. Drivers must take the longer, compliant route. Continuous circuit planning. Commercial and residential zones are designed to function as continuous circuits. Once a vehicle enters a circuit, it keeps moving in a loop-like pattern until it exits at the correct point. This design removes deadlocks caused by intersecting traffic. Traffic lights without traffic signals. With only one-way vehicular movement and no intersections, traffic lights become redundant. During peak hours, all traffic signals are temporarily switched off. Instead, direction is communicated through directional LED lights embedded into the road surface. Illuminated indicators along side walls and footpaths were present. The result is intuitive navigation without stoppages. Stopping is a privilege, not a right. Zero roadside parking. Roadside parking is strictly prohibited during peak hours. Even a single parked vehicle can collapse flow on a one-way corridor. Designated stopping stations. For legitimate needs, pickups, drop-offs, short waits, the city provides designated stopping stations. These are the only zones where vehicles may park or halt without penalty. Paid momentary stops on circuit roads. On continuous circuit roads, vehicles may slow down and briefly stop to let passengers board or alight. However, this action incurs a small additional fee. For private vehicles, the fee is borne by the driver. For cabs and buses, the fee can be transparently transferred to passengers during peak hours. The charge is intentionally minimal, but cumulative, discouraging unnecessary stops while allowing flexibility where essential. Speed discipline and pedestrian management. Minimum speed compliance. Unless congestion is already present, vehicles must maintain a minimum speed. Unnecessary slow driving is treated as a disruption to public flow. No zebra crossing during peak hours. With traffic signals turned off, zebra crossing are also deactivated by switching off their embedded lights. Pedestrians are not allowed to cross roads directly during peak hours. The continuous park route. Pedestrians are redirected to continuous park routes, safe, grade-separated, or buffered walking corridors that allow uninterrupted vehicular movement while preserving pedestrian safety. Postponing the postponable. To protect peak hour flow, Vanchi enforces strict temporal discipline on urban activity. Roadside stalls are closed during peak hours. Food and grocery deliveries are rescheduled. Non-essential roadside activities are deferred. The city treats peak hours as a shared civic operation rather than a time for individual convenience. Enforcement without human friction. License plates linked to bank accounts. Every vehicle's license plate is linked to a bank account with a compulsory minimum balance. This eliminates on-road fines, arguments, and selective enforcement. AI-powered surveillance. A dense network of high-quality CCTV cameras covers all roads. Footage is processed by AI systems that detect unauthorized stops, speed violations, wrong lane movement, illegal parking, micro penalties, macro discipline. When a violation occurs, such as stopping briefly on a circuit road, a very small penalty is recorded. Individually insignificant, these penalties accumulate over daily commutes, nudging behavior without punitive shock. Drivers can review all penalties from their daily commute. Dispute charges before midnight. At midnight, undisputed amounts are automatically deducted. The outcome: predictability over chaos. These measures did not eliminate traffic, they eliminated uncertainty. Commute times became longer in distance but shorter and predictable in duration. Drivers no longer competed for shortcuts or signals, they followed flow. By treating peak hour traffic as a managed system rather than an individual battle, Vanchi demonstrated that congestion is not always a capacity problem. Often, it is a rule design problem. A model, not a mandate. Vanchi's peak hour traffic framework is not about control for its own sake. It is about aligning millions of independent decisions into a single coordinated movement. These are only some of the initiatives among many others, but together they illustrate a powerful lesson. When cities design for flow instead of convenience, movement becomes effortless even at scale. In Vanchi, traffic did not disappear. It simply learned how to move.